Right, every Monday.
Every Monday. But wonderful service to show Prabhupada, to share this opportunity for others. Most of you are younger in body, eternal in soul. Soul is eternal. Most of you are in younger bodies right now. Some of you are more in medication. I didn't think he was so old. He's 41 years old. When I first came to the Hare Krishna movement in 1971, there was nobody other than Prabhupada who was that age. If you were over 23, you were an old man. Too old. And also, well, thank you all for coming. Some of you are regulars, some of you are coming from other part of the city, and also from a long way away, you're living here at the moment. From Colorado, Brian is with us today. Only his third or fourth time coming to a Hare Krishna program. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Obviously, there's many things which are a little unusual. And this is Emile Prabhu. Emile is from France. First time in the Philippines. He's loves the history of Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita. Where's the Bhagavad Gita? Bring the Bhagavad Gita. Very talented young man. Everyone else, Coco Chandraguru, thank you for coming. You live near here, do you?
Nearby.
Cubao? Cubao?
Ortigas.
Pardon?
Ortigas. Pasig.
Ortigas. I remember the first year I came to the Philippines. I think I came twice, so maybe not that the second year. I came at the end of the year. First time I came was a little early in the year. Second time I came was late in the year, November and December. Way back, probably in 2006 or 7. And we came to Cubao. Is this area Cubao, or what is this? Is it nearby Cubao?
Yes,
This big shopping mall, I don't know. Like, area, big shopping area. It was restricted, we couldn't go in there, they wouldn't let us in. We went around the outside, some very busy streets, I don't know where they are. Different to the ones we went to nearby. We distributed books here. And Tuesday, we was also distributing books here. Prabhupada's as spiritual master's mission of sharing Krishna consciousness with everyone, particularly through books. I know most of us are not very scholarly. Many of us don't read very much, although it's the realization has a full set of Prabhupada's Bhagavatam on his, I guess that's your shelf there, is it? They're yours?
On the group, on our group.
They're available for the whole group.
Yes.
But you live here, don't you?
Yes.
So you're really, access is always there. That's Srimad Bhagavatam. Pretty amazing. Srimad Bhagavatam is here in Quezon City. It's about 6 years ago, no one would have dreamt the double of that. 60 years ago, the Hare Krishna movement. 60 years? 62 years ago. No one in the world knew about the Hare Krishna movement. Pretty much nobody knew about anything about Krishna, or to speak of the Philippines. Even in England, I never heard of Krishna. war-stricken barbarians. You know the word? Uncivilized, the people thought. And she is the greatest culture. Until about, I don't know when the British went to India, a few hundred years ago, I guess. Or from England, I don't remember the history. But before they went to India, the records show that India was super opulent, very opulent country. Both with food and raw materials, all organization, very well organized. That's another story. And the culture. And unfortunately, the age that we're in, the great age, got dismantled, basically. And now, of course, they're materially speaking in a different way. They're becoming more opulent. So it's not the essence. The culture was based on spiritual life, inner spiritual quest. And that's the great gift. Srila, our spiritual master, would always say the greatest gift that India has to offer the world is this knowledge, spiritual knowledge. All over the world there's religious institutes, which is fine, but it doesn't really take us to the spiritual platform. Rather wanted to give what, let's say we're not maybe partly available, not really available elsewhere. And particularly to teach us what we've forgotten. Forgotten who we are. Forgotten who the Supreme is. In the Philippines you can talk about God because most people believe in some form of God. We were just in Malaysia with a group, right? We were in Malaysia with a group of 200 or 300 Chinese people. And they told me, don't mention the word God. Sometimes talking 200 or 300 of them once. They were, I don't think they knew anything about Krishna before they came. So Chinese people, after a week or so, they all chanting Hare Krishna. How many books did they take? Is it all right to say? How many books did they take? 300. 200. They purchased, there was 223 books, one each of these. Actually, afterwards, Bandhu wrote me that they purchased more. Some of those who stayed on, they took more books. But they were so keen. It's natural. Krishna consciousness is the closest thing to the soul. We're so absorbed in the material world, we've forgotten it. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for coming from here and there. And what's the schedule? I was told that 6 o'clock was up till 6 with the Harinam. We came back early. We took us on a short route.
Circa.
45 minutes ahead of schedule at least. So what do you want us to do? Speak something? What do you want me to do? Meditation? Actually, it's good you say that. Thank you. Because today is the appearance day or disappearance, I don't know, of Narottam Das Thakur. And of course we can't really sing his bhajans because you don't have them. You don't have any songbooks.
Maybe on their phone. Everyone at the phone.
Huh?
We can find their phone.
Yeah, can they sing new songs?
Yeah.
Very hard to get familiar with another aspect of Krishna consciousness, which those who are musical particularly should take advantage of. Everyone to sing. going on here? What's this? What's happening? Oh, sorry, getting ready. Huh? They're speeding up the program a little bit. Okay, Maris, that's enough. Time for prashadam. Invitation. But pretty much, to some degree, maybe more or less, pretty much everyone likes music. World over, isn't it? Even in the jungles, music is part of the culture. Different types of music all over the world, no doubt. But the principle of music is universal. Dancing, we may not be able to dance for whatever reason, but dancing is also found all over the world practically. I don't know any time when it wasn't there. Isn't it? I mean, Chinese people have dance and music, don't they? They have their dance and music. American, Indians, Red Indians, lots of dancing, musical vibration. South America is full of it. Africa, Europe, everywhere, Asia, dancing and music are part of life. There are natural expressions also. Whatever emotions we're feeling come out in song, particularly in music. Maybe not so much in dance. But yes, in dance, but you may not dance if you're feeling down and out. But you may sing. So singing, music is very tantamount, is part of the living entity practically. Father said everyone's based upon singing and dancing, chanting. And the spiritual word is all song and dance. He said every word is a song, every step is a gate or a dance. People are not like Venezuela, but they're always completely conscious and completely fulfilled. The Brahma wanted to introduce this process is the process of awakening our dormant or our normal state of consciousness. Particularly by performing the activities of spiritual life. We may not be realized. We may have. Don't cover one eye.
Itching,
Itching, you can itch it, no problem. Don't cover it then. Not good to look at someone with one eye. Many cultures of the world. Not just India, but many cultures. We may not be realized. We have our material attachments. Anybody have any material attachments? Want some more? No end of material attachments practically. What would you say the foremost attachment we have is? The biggest attachment? What do you reckon it is?
Yeah.
What's our biggest attachment?
Family. Family. Attached paramdasan.
family,
Pardon?
family.
Family. Yeah, it can definitely be. It's an extension of the actual root of that. But the family is, practically speaking, when it comes to the picture here and now, is intensive attachment. Which you can say there's nothing wrong with that. It's not good attachment to your family, but sometimes it becomes an anchor to keep us in this material world. We have to look after our family, to interact with them. I'm wondering if you ladies at the back can hear anything. I don't think they can hear anything. I don't know what to do about that. I can try it. I mean, maybe that's a little bit better. The microphone too far away. Hare Krishna. I don't want to blow your ears out. I mean, after Harinam Amanda's kirtan, I guess there's nobody upstairs, is there? Anybody living upstairs? Pardon? No, we're lucky. Downstairs? Somebody's living on the ground?
I don't know.
Somebody up to the ground? Who? Who's living under there?
The landlady. The landlady.
She lives under the floor.
Yes, yes. Far up, far.
Nearby. She doesn't mind this loud noise. Sometimes, particularly the people upstairs, they often complain. And Prabhupada went to New York in '65 and started a little center there. The people upstairs were pouring boiling water through the floorboards. So I was saying how nice the people are over here in the Philippines, right? Everyone knows that. Filipino people by nature are very sweet, kind-hearted, and just nice people. Get a bit excited sometimes, but as a general, not just a few here and there, friendly, warm-hearted, pious. Yeah, so we have a lot of attachments everywhere in the world, basically to the body and whatever desires, sensual desires we have in this body keep us busy in this world. Why do you work? What's the point, purpose of work? Why do you try to work?
Maintaining family.
Maintaining family, which is directly you fit up. But initially, what's the reason for work?
Money.
Money. You need to get money in. It's hard, you can, but it's hard to work live nowadays without money in one form or another, isn't it? Can't. I mean, everything under control. This is Kali Yuga, by the way. The main way that Kali, the personality of this age, keeps everyone under his influence is through the false monetary system, which we're all, let's say, tangled in. So money, because you think, what do you want money for? You can't eat with it. Nowadays you may not even have money, it's all online or something. But what do you need money for? You eat it? No. What do you need it for? Buy things. Buy things maybe to maintain the family, which is obvious. But to also enjoy yourself, huh? You need money to get a house like this, for instance, isn't it? You need money to get tattoos, don't you? What do you think? You know something about tattoos, do you?
Yes, some of it is for their enjoyment also. They pay to enjoy.
With tattoos.
Yes.
Isn't it funny? Different people will see it differently, isn't it? Some people think it's wonderful, and some people they're like, ooh. Same with hairstyles. Everything's like that. Everyone's got the basic same principle. We want to enjoy, we have material desires. We fight over the differences of our material desires. That's what we're fighting with. You have a different idea, I have a different idea, and we fight. Prabhupada said that in the Second World War. I mean, he said it's a serious business, of course. In one sense, he laughed. He said, Mr. Churchill had one idea of how to enjoy the senses, and Mr. Hitler had a different idea. And they fought with each other. Which idea was right? I mean, that's in a very kind of, would say, simplistic way. But that's basically how it is. People see the same thing differently. Like people want to be in other words, the root here is that we're trying to see ourselves in the center. This is the material disease. And we don't know, the problem is we don't know who the self is. We think the self is the body and the mind. That's the problem. So we'll sing a little song and we'll talk a little bit more about that if we can. And I don't know if you can get online here. I don't know. It might be a bit difficult for them to sing these songs in Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur was one of the greatest, let's say, exponents. That means one who spreads the message of God consciousness or Krishna consciousness in a way which is digestible. Sometimes people speak very high philosophy, but it's not within the people's capacity to apply it. Even to understand it, what to speak of apply it is beyond most people. So, various reasons. So they present it in a way which is, Prabhupada does the same thing, in a way at least, potentially, it is digestible. So he compiled, because now most people can read books or read, online or something. Most people are called literate. In Philippines, most people are literate, isn't it? Is that right? Most people can read?
Yes.
Most people. Maybe some can't. Some poor people living in the village or mountains, I don't know. But in many third world or countries in Africa or even in India, there's still people who cannot read. There's some people who can't read for other reasons. Generally, people can read. So often we judge civilization by how literate, the word literate or illiterate, able to read or not able to read. We often judge like that. Oh, they're very uncivilized, they can't read. And sometimes they use that as an argument against ancient cultures, be it the Indian culture or any culture. But actually it's the opposite way around. Previously people didn't read, they didn't need to read. One, and for various reasons. But on the other side, they didn't need to read either because they remembered by hearing. By hearing something once, they could remember it. We can hear something 100 times and we don't remember it now. Unless it's something very dear to your heart. We're not very, actually it's the opposite. Civilization today is so fallen, if you want to call it that. We have to have everything written down. Just like if you come here, how many, some of you can, but most people cannot get here without having what we call not a GPS, but some kind of Google map or something. It's just beyond their capacity because it's complicated. Remembering, if I ask you to calculate now in your head, 3.75 times 2.189. Can anyone do that? Sometimes even you go to a bank, you give them 10 notes, and they have to use a calculator to write it up. Incredible. Computer. We're losing our capacity to digest and to digesting the wrong thing. To work things out, using our intelligence. Previously, at least in India, I can't say other cultures necessarily, China, India, very cultured, evolved cultures. The Brahma wrote that in a digestible way. Narottam Das Thakur appeared in this world about 500, what year are we in now? Yeah, maybe 480 years ago. Just after the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. But he was predicted by Lord Chaitanya to appear, who particularly had this unique role in our line of presenting Krishna consciousness. As I said, most people did not read. They learned by hearing. So he compiled hundreds of songs, bhajans, which describes the entire philosophy of Krishna consciousness. The mission of Lord Chaitanya, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. He put it all into song. And even to this day, it's not the only one who did that. Many of the great devotees also did at that time. You go to Bengal, other parts of India, around that area, you'll find many people. I mean, we're talking of those who are devotional. Will be singing all the time while they work, when they're walking, singing the songs. Narottam Das Thakur or Lochan Das Thakur. Beautiful song. To us they're just nice songs. Those whose language happens to be that language of Bengali, for them they're actually feeling, they're like feeling the emotion, feeling because they know they're basically living what Narottam Das is sharing. And that's what Krishna consciousness is all about. It's to not just know a little philosophy or occasionally practice some of the principles, but to live it. It becomes our actual norm. Not like something you do at the weekend or every Monday. But no, it's our norm. Your whole life is Krishna. You can do whatever you're doing is Krishna. You might be a tattoo artist. Everyone else is maybe yoga teacher. You have some kind of profession, right?
I own a business.
Pardon?
I own a business.
Business? Is it tattoo?
Like a pet store business.
Pardon?
A pet store business.
A pet store. So whether you own a pet store, or you're a tattooist, or a yoga teacher, security man, or working in a call center. Some of you may work in call centers, it's very common around here. Doesn't matter, in one sense. You can be fully Krishna conscious. It's not a matter of what you do, the consciousness in which you work. It does matter what we do, of course, to a certain extent. Not that we want to be a murderer or something, or a thief, gangster or something. I mean, if you are like that, you can still be Krishna conscious to a certain extent for sure. But it's not the best occupation. Drug dealer. It's not a good occupation. It's not favorable, but if that's what you're addicted to, you still try to be Krishna conscious. I know one man in Singapore, he was caught for drug dealing, Indian man. And whilst he was in the prison, he took up Krishna consciousness. He got sentenced to death, but he was in prison for quite a while. And he was just becoming more and more blissful every day, chanting Hare Krishna. Just digested full on. And I don't know, he left his body, he executed. Gandhi. Gandhi? Said Gandhi.
That's a strict view.
The bottle said Gandhi. Anyway, even though he was a drug dealer, he Krishna conscious. Obviously it's not something we should all materially spiritual. But it can happen to be that way. But can still be. Krishna sees the heart. We may have our karmas, our reactions, and our attachments, but Krishna sees the heart. Reciprocating the sincerity. What we've done in the past is done. What can we do? It's done. We may regret it. We may, obviously regret something like that. If you take the Krishna consciousness, you can perfect your life even from that situation. So let's say ourselves. I'm hesitant to try to sing a song that you're not familiar with. I think you won't be able to follow it. Most of the songs in Narottam are not very short, and so long. Songs, in fact, you know, some of them are very short. So, short one. You just sang one. Shri Guru Charan. It's one of the songs. Then there's another one. Famous. You sing it every day in the temple.
Nishingadev.
Sorry?
Namaste Narasimha. Nishingadev, no?
No, that's not by now. That's Dasavata Stotram by Jaydev Goswami. Yesterday was Jaydev Goswami. I didn't know until. Yeah. So, you sing it most days, if you sing the temple. Shri Krishna You know that song? They sing it in the temple. Shri Krishna Another quite famous. Okay, we'll sing this one. It's an easy one. Prabhupada even said about lights in the Bible, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the series of books which he gave us, that we should sing these 2 lines. So at least we can sing these 2 lines. They're now time compiled a whole song on this. But there's 2 lines. When Lord Chaitanya, those who don't know, is the form of Krishna who appeared to spread the holy name of Krishna, his own name in one sense, but to spread it. He was asked one time, how can we chant? What do we chant? Then he began to sing this song. Are you ready on it? Hare Rama Krishna Yadavaya Nama. There's 2 things. There's a song of Narottam and there's the words of Lord Chaitanya. These are the words of Lord Chaitanya. There's no Hari Haraye, it's Haraye. Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama. Alright. There's no Hari in front. Narottam Das' song has Hari in front. It's Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama. 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 It's a very famous verse. Hare Nama Hare Nama Hare Nama Hare together. Hare Nama Hare Nama Hare Nama Hare Nasyeva Yatiranyata Nasyeva Yatiranyata. The verse means in this age we're in, the age of Kali, there is no other method other than chanting the holy name, chanting the holy name, chanting the holy name. There are many methods of God realization. In this age, we can't perform them, practically speaking. How many of you can sit under the water for 1 year without breathing? Nobody? So that counts that one out. How many of you can sit still for 10,000 years? Don't think that's possible. Probably not going to live that long. Anyone here 10,000 years old? Most of the predecessors before this. Most of them are older. I can't believe it, JB's here. JB, I was asking about you today. I was asking Madeline about you today. And you walk in the door, number one. And JB. And you're serving in Echo Village, is that right? Thank you very much. It's the best service you can do. Thank you so much. Yeah, so this is the process of the age. You know, we do a yoga sacrifice like we've done over the last 2 days in the new temple. How many of you have been to the new temple in Taguig? Hands up. How many of you have visited the new temple in Taguig? Hardly anyone. Madam Saddam, you've been there. Come on. Don't be shy. Put your hand up. Bloody case, you've been there, haven't you? You didn't go? Come on. Huh? Fantastic. Facility, a long way to go, but it's really a bit of an upgrade from the previous temple, I'd say. Would you say so? Amazing facility. We had 700 people there on Saturday. 700. There was still more room for more. We ran out of the shot, unfortunately. They never expected, I think. They never had this, experience. They ran out of the shot again on Sunday. Probably 200 or 300 there probably last Sunday. And another 200 there in the evening, actually. Nobody knew. All out married now. So do visit when you get the chance. Madhava, the ages there, they look incredibly happy in their new temple. They look so happy, isn't it? They look beaming. Ralph had a nice new Vyasa-sami. Very big temple room, great for kirtan, good acoustics, good sound system, good. They've got many things have been done quite well. It's a lot to do. So in this age, we did a few yogas, fire, you saw those who were there, I think there were 3 fire yogas. One for initiation, one for the Nishinga, one for the Vastu or something. But this age, how much ghee can you afford? In previous age, this in India, ghee was like water almost. It was very available. And they were silver, gold. It was easily available. Now you can't get it. Who's got silver teeth? I told one devotee at the temple the other day, his teeth were silver. I'm surprised he's still got them. I thought someone would have given him a good punch in the face and pulled out his teeth. Valuable teeth. Silver. They would throw the plates away after eating on silver plates. Can you believe it? Throw it away like plastic. Now we eat all those plastic plates. Hard to get paper money if you're lucky. Paper and plastic. And the plastic now. The coins made of aluminium now. Things become very cheap and poor. Nobody gets fresh food anymore. All processed, isn't it? Difficult. You have to pay a lot of money for organic food. Not even 70 years ago, all the food in the West was basically organic. It's a new thing, by the way. Chemicals. Nowadays, very few people have that privilege. One of the reasons why there's so much illness, weakness, obesity. People are getting fat now. If you're eating processed foods, the body cannot process. Processed food generally means that which the body cannot process. The natural body is eating unnatural food. Sometimes we're eating almost the same thing as eating plastic. Drinks laced with tons of sugar and stuff. It tastes nice. They ruin your health. Anyway, baby, you haven't got much facility in this age of Kali to do great sacrifices. Even deity worship, some of you are performing a little deity worship in the temple, a little bit at home. But that standard is as good as we can make it. We're not quite on the level of, let's say, mode of pure goodness. Clean and strong. So these processes are very slow, and I want to speak of meditation, which requires a completely peaceful mind. No thoughts are allowed in, other than what we're focused on. You can't sort of sit there so-called meditating and start thinking about your family, thinking about your favorite rock music, punk rocker, the mosquitoes. You can't do that. It doesn't work. It's not a 1 hour a week business meditation. It's a 24-hour all-time service practice. But in this age, these things are very difficult. People live short lives. In Kali Yuga, people are short-lived, they don't know. They get brainwashed to think they were living longer. Basically. Who's living more than 110 years? Maybe 1 or 2 people on the planet. Sorry to say. Very few live to 100. The Philippines, not many people live to 100, do they? Not many. On top of that, it's, I don't know about this country, but we're a little bit more pious here actually. This country is one of its favors. From our point of perspective, other people will see it differently. But abortion is very common in many countries. Some countries, it's 4 or 5 times in a lifetime a woman has an abortion. It makes you wonder, that's what the statistics say. There's almost as many abortions as there are live births on the planet. Almost. So taking that into account, that halves your lifespan. So say the lifespan is 75. You take abortions into account, it's only 40. They don't even reach the 1. They're slaughtered before they even come out. What can you say? It's the age we live in. People have various reasons and sometimes seeming justifications, but it doesn't solve the problem. So Kali Yuga is like very degraded age, short-lived, quarrelsome. I know, of course, I don't suppose anyone in this room has ever had a quarrel. You ever quarreled with anyone? Ever quarreled? We quarrel with ourselves, what to speak of others. Even in your own mind you're talking about that. Quarrel with your family, quarrel with your... You can become an enemy overnight sometimes. One day you're a friend, the next day you're an enemy. Nations quarrel, religions quarrel. Within the religion they quarrel. There's a city called Belfast. I don't know if you've ever heard of Belfast. In Northern Ireland, part of the so-called UK. And then the city is split between Protestants and Catholics. It still is actually. To such an extent, the British government had to put up a 30-foot wall to separate them. They lived like in the various housing areas. All the Catholics lived on one side of the road and all the Protestants on the other. They had to put a 30-foot wall up to keep them apart. If you were happened to be a Catholic to walk down the street with a Protestant, you were dead. They shoot you. First thing they asked you, one authority, he was going out history and books, and he went the wrong way. He ended up in this area. And then immediately people came in with guns. Hey, stop! What are you? What are you? I'm Hare Krishna. Hare what? Hare Krishna. Are you a Catholic Hare Krishna or a Protestant Hare Krishna? He was stuffy, he didn't know where he was. Luckily he said the right thing. know what he said, one or the other. He was in the right place anyway. Still going on, killing each other. You were Protestant and Catholic, we're enemies. Crazy. Supposed to be the same religion. Supposed to be the same nation, same color, same everything. And just by identity, we become enemies. Just by identity, you don't even know each other. When I was in school, we were told that all Russian people are demons. They should be killed. When I went to Russia, in the late 90s or early 70s, I can't remember. But I asked some of the people my age, what were you taught? They were taught all English people are demons, they should be killed. I'd never seen a Russian people, and they never seen an Englishman. But we were enemies by designation. Declared enemies. We never met each other, never seen one. You know what they were? It was like they were monsters. We were taught they were like monsters. Horrible monsters. They're actually really nice people. They're just dragged along with some, misguidance. Identity. Same everywhere. Black, white. Even genders sometimes. Isn't it? Quarrel. The age of quarrel. The age of hypocrisy. You can trust these days. Especially with social media. Now we got the magnificent facility of AI. Is that right? You have it here? Artificial intelligence. You can practically create any damn thing on there and people believe it. There's so many things done out there. It's totally untrue. Propagate it and people start to think it's true. False propaganda. Very easy. Social media. Very difficult age. Hypocrisy. Lazy. You know what lazy means? Have anyone heard the word lazy? Laziness? People tend to be rather lazy in this age. Don't work. Don't like work much. And spiritual, speaking materially, what's speaking spiritual? Lazy. Misguided. You already mentioned that. Misled by scrupulous, unscrupulous leaders who've only got their own pocket in mind. Pretty much everywhere. Their own name, their own fame, their own wealth, and so on. Misguided education, misguiding people, teaching people to think they are the body. Isn't it? Did you ever learn at school you're not the body? If you're a little kid, you say, "Excuse me, sir, I can't quite understand this, because I'm not the body, I'm the spirit soul, I'm not this body." Teacher will think they're doing nothing, so there's nothing in the class. Crazy guy. Call them a mental hospital, I got a kid in my school who's gone crazy. Thinks he's not the body. People are very lazy to spiritual life. They're not educated. Educated to think you are this body and you're meant to enjoy. That's what you're here for. You only have one life, so you may as well enjoy it where you can. That's what we're taught. You didn't exist before this body. Somehow or other you ended up in this body. Poverty stricken or with no eyes or something. God knows why. They don't believe in God. They don't really believe in eternality of the soul. So they have a very shallow idea of it. Misguided, troublesome. Always troubled. You ever been troubled? Ever been disturbed?
Yes.
Mind. There are various disturbances, aren't there? What type of disturbances? What type of disturbances are in the world that you don't like? Name one. Pardon?
Attachment.
Huh? Attachment? No, disturbances in the meaning of something that causes you suffering. Yes? Yes, huh? Disease. Does anyone like disease? You want some disease? You go to the doctor, please give me a sickness. What's your problem? The doctor says. And you say to him, I'm not sick. And then he said, well, why have you come to see me? I want to get a disease, doctor. Can you give me some disease? Really? You want to have a disease? Which one do you want? Well, I've tried tuberculosis. I've tried smallpox. I've tried hepatitis. Have you got any new ones? Any new diseases? Who's going to say that? He's really a crazy person. Nobody wants disease, do you? Do you want disease? Maybe to get off of work if it's not too bad, because you're lazy. But generally, people don't want to be sick. I want to be sick. Usually not. What are the miseries or unwanted things you find in this world? So many different things. Would you like to be in an earthquake? Have any of you been in an earthquake? Anybody experienced an earthquake? Where? Huh? Where? Myanmar? You were there? You were in that earthquake recently? Oh, they had an earthquake. There was a big one recently in Mandalay. Was that a big one you were in?
Before that, 2006.
No, was it a big one or not?
Yeah.
Quite big?
Very big, after the tsunami came.
Huh?
Tsunami came after that.
Oh,
Tsunami, yeah.
in Burma?
Yeah.
I think an earthquake in Christchurch. I was there during the earthquake. Not all of them. A lot of them. We had 2,000 earthquakes in 1 month. Every day, any time of the day, the house started shaking. It still stood up. In the middle of a program, suddenly, boom! The house started rolling and shaking, rattling everything. And it calmed down. Scary. Tsunami. I was in Penang when the big earthquake took place in Banda Aceh, city in the north of Sumatra. Biggest earthquake in our recent history. And there were 300,000 people perished. And in Penang, which was not so far away actually, the earthquake was also there, things started rocking. In fact, he threw Dowdamite was giving class at the time. He was on the gas tank. He thought it was an ecstasy, he was swinging backwards and forwards like this. It was really ecstasy. Then I was in the kitchen cooking, suddenly the wok, he was going like this in the wok. What's going on? I'm hallucinating or something. And then a little while later the tsunami hit the coast of Penang. Hundreds of people drowned. Nobody wants that. It comes. Do you like heavy floods? No. Famines? No. Volcanoes? Might be pretty look at, but not very happy to look nearby. Earthquakes, cyclones. There's no end of misery. Potentially. Nobody likes it, they come. You can't avoid it. Dukkha Mashashritam. This world is Dukkha Alium. Alium means place. Dukkha means suffering. You can't stop it. It's constitutional. Material is made like that. It has a reason why it's like that. Higher reason. Not just karma. Maybe you can say it's karma also, of course. More than that. What's another misery you may not like? So we've got miseries from nature, really, you could say. You mentioned the misery of the body, disease, which is probably a more painful one than just the body one. Huh? Pardon? Something say? Huh? Mental! Isn't it painful? You got so much distress. You know, depression now is the biggest disease on the planet. Depression. I know a number of it. Huge amounts of people suffer from chronic depression. They're on drugs just to keep going. So many people. So many mental problems nowadays. It's increasing rapidly. Mental problems. Depression and so on. Bipolar, this thing, that. So many things, hundreds of different names for it. Another misery. And then misery is caused by nature, we've already mentioned, you could say. Misery is caused by other people, other living entities. Isn't it? Even little ones like mosquitoes sometimes disturb us, don't they? You don't sort of say, okay, what can I bring you? I'm coming to your house. Could you bring me a big box of mosquitoes, please? I haven't got enough mosquitoes in my house. Could you bring some more? Do you say that? Probably not. As a joke, maybe. Sometimes the thieves are coming. Sometimes violence is coming. People want to shoot or steal your wealth, if you have any. Speak ill to you. They speak nasty words sometimes. Make you feel sad. Or make you afraid. Angry, maybe. Even types of disturbances, other living entities, what to speak of. On a great scale like war. Isn't it? Who's nobody like? I mean, some people do, they make a lot of money, but people in general don't like war. It's horrible. It's horrible. But it comes. Going on in many places in the world right now. Yeah, many people don't like it. Manila, during the Second World War, was practically devastated. Japanese, Americans, fashion, these are all unwanted. We don't like these things, but they come. Misery of the material existence. This age of Kali, very troublesome. And above all, always disturbing. Kali Yuga. So in Kali Yuga, Kaler Doshe Megaitam Asti Kamaham Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mokta Samraparam. In the age of Kali, Kaler Dosha. Dosha is not just a South Indian pancake. If you know what a dosha is, nice. We don't get them much here. You have to be South Indian to make a dosha. Little Shanti, do you know how to make doshas? Do you know how to make them? Do you know how to make dosha? Indian dosha. Do you know how to make? How do you learn? How did you learn? You're not South Indian, are you? It's South Indian.
Yeah, no, I'm not South Indian. It's the one on the internet, online.
Oh, you learn online. You make some dosha, okay? If you have time, make some dosha. You never get it open. In Malaysia, you get dosha, also dosha, you have to make coconut chutney. So that's not what it means. In the age of Kali, there's lots of dosas. No. Dosha also means faults, problems, miseries, difficulties. O King, in this age of Kali, there are many faults, many problems. But there is Eka Mahanguna, one great, one Kirtana Deva Krishnasya. Just chanting the names of Krishna, Sangha Param Bhajan, one can get delivered from the truth. Just by chanting Krishna's name. So Lord Chaitanya said, wondering how do we chant the names of God if that's the age, this age of Kali? Then Lord Chaitanya sang this song which we just began singing. Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama. We always submit ourselves, we offer our obeisance to the holy name. Yadava, name of Krishna, is born in the Yadu dynasty. Krishna is born of Krishna. Hari, another name of Krishna. Hari, one who takes away all the misery. Hare Rama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. 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 Gopal, get the line. Gopal. Gopal.
Gopal,
Gopal.
Gopal,
Gopal.
Gopal,
Govinda.
Govinda,
Govinda.
Govinda,
Ram.
Ram,
Ram. Ram.
Ram,
Ram. Gopal Govinda Ram Shiva Visuddha.
Gopal, Govinda, Ram, Shiva, Visuddha.
Gopal Govinda Ram Shiva Visuddha.
Gopal, Govinda, Ram, Shiva, Visuddha.
Gopal Govinda Ram Shiva Visuddha.
Gopal, Govinda, Ram, Shiva, Visuddha.
Gopal Govinda Ram Shiva Visuddha.
Gopal, Govinda, Ram, Shiva, Visuddha.
Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Bit of a relief, isn't it? Because when you look at it, all these miseries are related to the fact that we think we're the Bible. We know who we are. Miseries may be there. We don't have to be affected by it. We're affected due to identity. False identity. Just like if you watch a television you identify with it, you get affected. If you don't get affected. Isn't it? If in a dog's body, the dog does not at all feel any emotional effect that we do by watching that program. Does not, unless a dog comes on the screen, maybe the dog will become affected. But otherwise not. If you're interested in basketball, and there's a basketball match on the television, you will be affected one way or the other. For someone who has no interest in basketball, doesn't care less whether you win or lose, do they? They don't care less. It's simply due to identity, all the problem. So to find our real identity, I asked this question maybe yesterday or the day before. What is the first teaching in the Bhagavad Gita of Krishna? What is the first thing that Krishna teaches us? I wonder why he said something from the Bible, love thy mother and father as thyself, and then he said something. And he wasn't listening. I said you're in the wrong place, the church is next door. It's perfectly right, but you know, that's the preaching. We also preach. That's not the first thing Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. What's the first thing Krishna taught in the Bhagavad Gita? Where's my water? No, that's not what he taught. He didn't say to Arjuna, where's my water? It's not mine. Krishna said, I am the taste and water. God is the taste and everything. Even the liquor. When Prabhupada was in San Francisco in 1967, there was one devotee named Jayananda. He was a very wonderful devotee. He met his body earlier. But he used to go to everywhere. He used to go to drunkards, drug addicts, everyone, and try to give them Krishna consciousness. And he said to Prabhupada, he said, Prabhupada, what can I say to them when I go to them? And how can I preach, if you want to use that word? And Prabhupada said, well, they're all drinking liquor. So just suggest to them to say this. Thank you, Krishna, for the taste in the liquor. This way their spiritual life will begin, you know. They're going to drink liquor. So at least say thank you, Krishna, for the taste in the liquor. Prabhupada said that. Krishna's in everything, he's reciprocating. People want liquor, okay, so he appears as liquor. Taste in that sense. So what's the first thing he taught in the Bhagavad Gita? Do I do that?
We are not this body.
Okay, you're not the body. Now how many of you have read the Bhagavad Gita? How many have read it? Hands up. All the way through. Hands down. Parts and bits and pieces here and there. How many have read it solidly, all the way through, from beginning to end? Handful of hands. Maybe 6 or 7 hands have gone up. How many of you have got at home, or wherever you are, the Bhagavad Gita as it is? How many? Hands up. Not many more, maybe a dozen. And there's probably 40 devotees or more, maybe more in this room. So where's our host? Medication? It seems like maybe they're too shy or too tired to put their hands up. But many of them have not got the Bhagavad Gita.
They can avail.
Huh?
They can avail.
They can what?
Avail. You can buy. You can buy.
You have it here?
Yes, Guru.
How many copies?
Just a few, Guru.
We have more. More on the floor. Where are they? Where are the Bhagavad Gitas? Where are they? Bring them here. Who brought the Gitas from the temple? Haridas, this is your responsibility. Bring the Gitas here now.
You don't want to leave that.
Bring them. one big bag full of people. Here it comes. Here they come. Pass the book. Pass the book. Here we go. Here they come. Put one here. That on the table, I think. So we're going to read from Bhagavad Gita now. From the point of view, is Bhagavad Gita a Hindu book? Is it Hinduism? No. Is it Christianity? Is it Buddhism? Is it Islam? Is it Sikhism? Is it atheism? Nobody said no. Maybe it's atheism, isn't it? Is Krishna teaching atheism? Is he teaching Mayavad or impersonalism? No. It's all one. There's nothing exists after this. Only all-pervading one energy. No, he's not teaching that either. What's he teaching? What is being taught in here? Huh? Teaching who you are. I mean, we just heard that, you may not agree, of course, it's up to you. We just heard that the problem is that we've got this false understanding of who we are. It's called, in the world they call it ego. It's not really ego. Ego means identity. It's actually, in Sanskrit, say ahankara. It means false identity. You, by nature, you have a nature. You have an identity, but it's a false identity you have right now. So Krishna's teaching, or at least he's giving us the understanding of our real identity. What else is he teaching in the Bhagavad Gita? Huh? Well, that's pretty much far down the line. You can say from beginning to end, because when we hear someone and take guidance from them, you can say to some extent we're surrendering to them, like it or not. But that's like a final conclusion: surrender, surrender, surrender everything. But what else in practical terms is he teaching in Bhagavad Gita? Karma. Someone's saying karma. What is karma? Pardon? Reactions. Okay, that's common understanding. Reactions to your activity. It's an interesting word. I remember in 2002, I don't know when the Twin Towers came down. When did they come down? You're from America. 2001. So in 2001, were you,
I lived in New York then.
You were in New York, you must be right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
You were a young man then, were you?
I was in high school.
You were in high school then, so you were fully aware of what was going on, or at least whatever they told us was going on. And it was interesting. I'll give you a little history. I was in Ireland, not Northern, I was in Southern Ireland, a place called Dublin. And that day was the anniversary of Prabhupada's arrival in New York. I'd given a lecture on Prabhupada's arrival in New York in 1965. And I flew, actually it was the day of his arrival in Boston, not New York. The next morning, I took a flight to England, and I was going to see my brother. My brother is not very interested in Krishna consciousness, but I was going to see him. And I hadn't seen him for a long time, so I was on my way there. And I took the flight, and then I took a train, and then he picked me up at the station. And he said to me, so this is the next day after I was in Dublin. And he said to me, brother, did you hear what just happened? And what am I supposed to say? I don't know what he's talking about, you know. I said, well, I couldn't answer that. I don't know what he's talking about. I said, well, wait and see when you get to the house. What's going on here? I thought maybe my mother had just left her body or something. I didn't know what it was. We got to the house, and just as I entered the door, everyone was like, the second tower was just coming down just as I entered into the room. I thought it was a movie. I didn't think it was, actually happening. But everyone was like, oh my God. They're all atheists. And the first thing they say is, oh my God. And then my brother, who's complete agnostic, he said, my God, that's pretty heavy karma, he said. He never used the word insight. It just came out of his mouth. Like that. That's very strange. Of course, that's another history. But the funny thing, not funny, the ironic thing was, it was 36 years to the day the Prophet arrived in New York from Boston. Right something. Whatever their reasons were. The Prophet's purpose was to not tear down the Western civilization, but to change the consciousness, the way we see things. We're seeing things wrongly. We're seeing things as if we're Americans or Muslims or something or other. It's a wrong perception. So Krishna teaches us in Bhagavad Gita, not just karma and how it works. It's a scientific law, by the way. It's not just some Hindu belief. If ever you studied science, it's called the law of action and reaction. Every single activity has a reaction. Even breathing has a universal reaction. The cell, the atoms, all karma. You can call it what you like, but it's karma. I don't like the word, it's action, reaction. In the Bible it says an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. It's another way of saying, action and reaction, or do unto others. There's many different statements like that, which are basically different ways of saying a reaction to your activity. What you do, you get back, If you do good, you get good back. If you do bad, you get a bad back. It may not happen right away, but in the long term, that's how it works. Karma. The actual meaning of karma is a little bit more specific. The actual meaning of karma is any activity that causes us to take another material body. It may be good activity or bad activity, but any activity that causes a future birth in this material world is karma. So there are three types of karma taught in Bhagavad Gita. One is karma, that's the history. But actual karma, in terms of reality, means bias activity. It means activity according to the direction, in this case, the Krishna, direction of the actual lawmaker, the one who has controls, like that. It's action accordingly. It's just like in this country, if you follow the law, you still get a reaction, but it's a good reaction. If you don't follow the law, you get punished. So it's like that. You follow the law of the universe, you get good karma. And if you not follow the law of the universe, it's called vikarma. Vikarma means sinful. Sinful activity results in bad karma. It's called not karma, it's called vikarma. Generalized karma, but it's actually specifically vikarma, bad karma. And then there's another kind of activity which is called akarma, which is really what Bhagavad Gita is aimed at. What does akarma mean? Free from both types of karma, whether good or bad. That activity which releases us from illusion, releases us from false identity, releases us from having to take birth again in the material world. As long as we're attached to this world, then one way or another, whether it's good or bad, we will, have to take birth again. As long as that attachment is there. The Bhagavad Gita also teaches us a higher attachment, a higher purpose in life. What else does Bhagavad Gita teach us? Those who read it, what does it teach us? Huh? Yeah, it teaches us the material nature, how to bark nicely. So it teaches us about the modes of nature, how the material world works, why it works. By an understanding of the nature of this world, one can get released from the clutches of this world also. What else does Krishna teach us in the Bhagavad Gita?
Without.
Pardon?
Without.
Renunciation. He teaches us correct renunciation, not just giving things up. Let me say, has anyone here tonight got a car? Gokul, you have a car? Anyone have a car? Don't worry, I'm not going to pressure on you if you have one. You have a car? The rich through rich men. That's why they're good friends. Karma. My car. Karma. So your car's parked out here somewhere? If I say, I renounce your car, I renounce Radicatious car, I renounce Brian's car. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything, does it? It's not mine to renounce. No? You can say that. I can't say that. I can say it, but it doesn't mean anything. So Krishna teaches us this, that actually nothing belongs to us. We think it does. Now, how many of you are renting a house, or an apartment, or a room? Anyone renting a tent? Or a cardboard box? Anyone renting a cardboard box in Recto? There's a few up for rent if you're without anywhere to stay. There's some empty cardboard boxes in Recto if you want to. Anyone hands up, you're renting a room. Come on. Okay. Jiva. What? Is it your room or you would the owner? No. You're renting it, right? But it's not yours. No. We sometimes say, oh, my room, my house. We know it's not really ours. It belongs to, we're a tenant. It belongs to the owner. The material is like that. We're like tenants. And you're given a lease. And if you follow the lease, you've got a certain span of life and live there. If you break the lease, what happens? Well, if you do something against the lease, what do you do? Say, for instance, you sign up for an apartment for 1 year or something, and you go in there and you dismantle the bathroom, go to and sell the bath. You take all the furniture out and sell it. You start lighting fires in the middle of the floor. You smash all the windows. You remove the doors. What will happen? You get punished, probably, because it's not yours. You can do that if it's your house. It's not yours. This is a major thing. Not just false identity. This falsity of thinking something belongs to me. And that's how we become entangled in karma. You think it's mine, and that's yours. I want what you got, and we fight. It's false understanding. If we know that to whom everything belongs, and everything, there's one verse in the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada called it peacefulness. So Krishna is also teaching us how to be happy, how to be peaceful, how to live forever. Everybody wants happiness and knowledge. He teaches these things. The knowledge of the material, knowledge of the spiritual, knowledge of our relationship, everything is taught there. Relationship with each other, relationship with God, everything's taught there. It's nothing to do with the religion. This is knowledge. It's knowledge. And what did he say? How to be peaceful, for instance? Prabhupada in 1966, I think, he went to the United Nations for they asked him to come, some peace rally or something, or organizers begged him to come. He went, and he presented the peace formula. And he quoted one verse from Bhagavad Gita. Bhoktaram yagatapasam sarva loka maneshwara Tatama Shanti Krishna. Shanti is peace. So if you really want peace from the pangs of the material world, Krishna says, try to understand that actually I am the proprietor of everything. God is the proprietor. He's also, everything's meant for his enjoyment, and he's the actual well-wisher, friend of everything. Simple form. We try to act out and mold our lives along those lines. There are unlimited things in Krishna. Actually, every word in Bhagavad Gita is a lesson. And it's nothing to do with some religious God. It's knowledge. Knowledge of the self, knowledge of the spirit, knowledge of matter, knowledge of karma, knowledge of reincarnation. Isn't it? Nothing to do with a religion. It's like gold, you know. You take gold. You say, perhaps you define it from where it came, but you don't say, if it's 24 karat gold, it's 24 karat gold, isn't it? It's not because it came from China or from Malaysia or Philippines or Africa or South America or wherever. It's gold is gold. It's the same, no matter where it came from. If it's actually 24 karat, it's 24 karat. You don't think, oh, I'm not going to take that gold, it comes from South America. I don't like South American gold. Gold is gold, right? And if you get gold, you don't care where it comes from, do you? Is it? Not very well. Of course, if it's something illegal, you might, but in principle, you don't. So knowledge is knowledge, it's not your knowledge. If you take mathematics, arithmetic, it's not, there are different schools of arithmetic, but in general, it's not like Chinese mathematics, American mathematics. Yeah, they do have their own school of doing it, but in principle, it's a science. It's not like a possession of the country. It's knowledge. Knowledge is knowledge. So it overrides and goes above all designation. The Bhagavad Gita is teaching knowledge. I just to read you, and it's a synopsis, that means brief summary. What a beautiful bookmark you've got. It's your book. You do everything nicely, I'm very impressed. I was very impressed with your, I mean, I'm not into tattoos, I'm not against them yet, but I was impressed with your tattoo studio. Have you seen his studio? His shop around the corner? He's got, I don't know, you were renting it or you were one of the partner or what?
I'm renting it.
You're the head tattooer?
I'm with my business partner.
Yeah, so you're doing it together with your partnership. But basically you're managing the tattoo. Some of you came with us, we went and did Harinam chanting inside the shop. Very impressed, it's very nice. It's a pretty good one, huh? Emil?
Really big.
Huh?
Really big.
Quite big and organized. It wasn't just like a rundown kind of wooden shack somewhere. It was a nice, organized, professional shop. Nice. How do we get on to that? I don't know. But anyway, here we go. Thank you. Hare Krishna. No, as I said, I'm not propagating we should all, but like that we should do something. Do it for Krishna. So Krishna teaches in the Bhagavad Gita how to act, very important point also, according to your nature, but to do it in relationship with Krishna. You don't have to give up what you're doing, but you have to learn how to do that in relationship with Krishna, that's all. If you're married, single, man, woman, tattoo artist, whatever you are, it doesn't matter, yoga teacher, whatever it is, pet shop owner, it doesn't matter in that sense. But we should try to act according to our nature wherever possible and try to do that as an offering unto Krishna. And Krishna says that also. Yat karoshi yadashnasi vedroti. Whatever you do, work-wise, whatever you offer your way, make it an offering unto me. That's all. You have to offer to Krishna. All this is simple things, talk from the Bhagavad Gita. Basic principles of like a guidebook for life, for human beings. Dogs can't obviously understand Bhagavad Gita, but humans can. So I'd recommend all of you in this room today, you're all wonderful people, special in that sense. You have some higher interest in spiritual life, to at least have a Bhagavad Gita. I'll read a few verses. This is the beginning of his teaching. It's in the second chapter. The first chapter is Arjuna's dilemma. He was confused what to do. He was perplexed. So he asked Krishna, can you solve my perplexity? So Krishna then began to speak to him, and he says, this is text 11. You can get your Bhagavad Gita's out, if you have one. Second chapter, text 11. The Supreme Lord said, while speaking learned words, You were mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. The soul is eternal. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all the kings, all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Never was there a time when you did not exist. To be straightforward. I often find this kind of interesting feature that, oftentimes people of the religion say we don't believe in reincarnation. Yet they say after this life you go somewhere. Isn't it? Heaven or hell. So what does that mean? What goes somewhere? Does it mean you still exist after this life? Or not? Tell me. Does it mean you exist or not exist? If you go to heaven or hell, does it mean you exist or not? Yes, so. Yes, you do exist after this life. You go to heaven or hell. That's nothing different than reincarnation. You may be taken a hell situation or heavenly according to their idea, but you're existing. You've gone into another form or you've gone into another atmosphere. Or maybe they say you go in the self-same body. That's kind of a bit ridiculous. Which self-same body? You've had so many bodies in this lifetime, haven't you? How many of you were baby? Anybody here was a baby at one time? Any of you were babies? You were a baby? You're still a baby. Still one. Big baby. Yeah. See, you're still a big baby. Big baby. And a short. But where's that baby body gone? I mean, you go to heaven in a horrible, diseased old body or what? You go there in a young, youthful body, or man's body, or woman's body, or... One would assume it's not the same body. It's made of blood and bones and stool and urine and everything else it's made of. So it's a change of body. We're changing bodies every day, aren't we? Isn't it? What do you think? What do you think? Are you changing bodies or not? Huh? Yes, it is. You had a baby body, a boy body, girl body, whatever. And a youthful body, then you've got a kind of young man, young woman body mostly. And then you may get old. Most of you don't know what it's like. How many of you are over 50? Hands up, over 50. There's half a dozen over 50. Anyone over 60? Over 60? Over 60? Anyone? No? What do you think? Anyone over 70? Anyone over 75? 76? 76 and 1 month? Anyone older than that? Not here, maybe. We've changed bodies. Your mind's changed as well, by the way. Mind changes a lot. But don't you feel that there's something there that you identify, it's me? When you look at a picture when you were 2 years old, sometimes mommy shows you that. Well, that was me when I was 2. Doesn't look like you. I mean, that's you. It doesn't look anything like you. You're big and fat now. You're a little tiny guy then. Where's the tattoos? You got no tattoos there. No baby, a 2-year-old baby. You're different. That's not you. Come on. Of course it's me. I say when I was 2. What is that me that was 2? What is that me? Well, it's me. It's me. Yeah, me. But that's not you. It's kind of sort of simplistic logic in a sense, common sense. There's something inside which is the me. And you say, I'm having so much problem with my mind these days. Can people say like that? When you use the word my, it means something related to the owner. It's not, I am the car. It's my car, my house, my mom, my wife, my husband. My kids. It's not me kids, me heart home. Mine. That means you, there's a difference there. You're the possessor or the proprietor of that. You're not it. So when we say my mind, yes, we can say we're the proprietor if you want. At least we're the experiencer of the mind. We're separated from the mind. We're witnessing the pain of the body. We're witnessing the disturbance in the mind. We're witnessing it. Apart from it, we're experiencing it. Like watch a television, you get affected. But you're not the television. Like that. So this is the first teaching of Krishna. Then he said, so you live forever. And he says, as the embodied soul, that means the living being, a conscious person. Consciousness, Krishna also teaches us about consciousness. The soul is conscious. The mind is just a platform on which consciousness is, displayed or playing out, experiencing. As the embodied soul continually passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Sober person doesn't just mean somebody who's not drunk. Somebody who's, come down in a drunken condition or something. It means somebody who's actually a little bit learned, a little bit understanding these things. So one who understands a little bit beyond material knowledge cannot not be bewildered by these things. You're going to die. Nobody wants to die, do they? Sometimes people do, but generally not. Even the mosquitoes, they don't want to die. The ant doesn't want to die. You were running a pet shop. Those little animals and birds and whatever you've got there, they don't want to die, do they? They'll do anything they can to survive. Is it normal? Because we're someone, we don't like to experience abnormality, disease and death. We don't like to experience it. We want to live forever. We want to be happy. Everyone's struggling with that because it's constitutional to the soul. Be happy. The Krishna teaches where real happiness can be found. At the beginning is that even if it's theory, to understand we're not the body. Then he says, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, they come and go. And their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and the disappearance of winter and summer seasons. You don't have much of a season over here, but in some places the seasons are very distinct. I don't know about Colorado, they have much of a seasonal change there.
Winter and summer.
You do get it.
Yeah.
Cold in the winter, hot in the summer.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's desert-like, isn't it?
High desert.
High desert. So it gets really cold. Some countries, some parts of the world, they have many seasons. It's getting a bit jumbled up in this age of colour. It's not so clearly defined, but generally there's summer and winter at least. You have a rainy season, or you have an autumn, spring, dry seasons, different things. They come and they go. You kind of know that the next season is likely to be dry and hot, like that or whatever. They come and go. So Krishna says, this happiness and stress is like that, it comes and it goes. They arise, how does happiness and distress arise? From sense perception. Because that's the subject we were talking about, how we identify with something, how we perceive it. One person perceives the same thing as happy, another as sad. How many of you like durians? How many like durians? Come on, don't be shy. You've got familiar with durians. You like durian? Yeah? You got durians tonight? No?
Yeah, in my shop.
Season, isn't it? In your tattoo shop?
Yeah.
We have some durians also.
My artist is from Davao.
Oh, you did durian loca. That's your durian loca. Well, Emil, maybe we can get him a ticket. He loves durians so much. I think we would go down there just to enjoy durians if you can afford a ticket for him. Give him a day's break, send him to Davao for a day so he can live on durians. He hates, huh?
I think branch have a durian tree in
Brush?
Yeah.
Oh, can't
Inside the
wait.
brush.
We can't wait to get there. Now, some people really, they love durians. And some people, it's the same durian, and some people, do you love it? He hates it. I don't know, you be careful what you say around here. Don't worry, we'll protect you. Harry Dance is here to protect you. The same thing. Some people love it, some hate it. It's your perception, isn't it? Some people like the heat, some people like the cold, some people like blue, some like red. Some people like thin people, some people like fat people. Everyone's got a different vision of the same thing. The person, the object's the same. What you see it as, they have a saying, Christian saying. One famous Christian poet, actually, he said, we both read the Bible day and night, whereas you read black and I read white. You see the same thing, we get different meanings. Because we're seeing it through different senses. So Krishna also explains this in the Bhagavad Gita. It's not what we see. It's not us who's the seer. It's the senses, the mind, senses through which we see. And that's what, the go-between. They're conditioned by what's called the three modes of nature. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. Some mixtures of the three create a different vision of the same thing. Due to karma, but nonetheless, every one of us has a different perception of the same thing. Food is an easy one. Music is another. I used to, when I was a kid, I was into the rock scene, maybe a different type of rock scene, of Rolling Stones and Grateful Dead and the Beatles and all these groups, Then we got into the psychedelic scene, some of the, East Coast, West Coast bands, from the Bay Area and so on. Grateful Dead were from there. American bands and English bands as well. Progressive music, psychedelic music, drug-influenced music, but all kind of like, as if there's a transcendental world above this one, Nobody really knew what it was, but there was some idea of that, cosmic ideas. And I would play this music and my mom would say, turn that rubbish off! Turn it off! And she put on her Frank Sinatra. You heard of one of your boys from over there. We said, God, load of rubbish, Different people see different things differently, It's so easy to see this. The thing is the same, but because we have different senses, seeing it differently, we can fight over it. But the problem is not you, it's not the material world, it's how we see it as the problem. That's the problem. It's not a question of changing the world. The soul is unchangeable. The nature of the soul is eternal, unchangeable, immovable. It's just the world around us which appears to be changing according to how we perceive it. It's the perception which has to change. We're so rooted in the way we see things. Even as aspiring spiritualists, we're so rooted that change has to take place. But do you know how the change takes place? If you want to rise above this, that is. If you don't, that's up to you. If you want to rise above it and start to get free of all these unnatural things that we're exposed to and identifying with, well, how does the change of heart take place? Quite simple. How does it take place? Anyone know? How does a change of heart, when I say change of heart, I don't mean a heart transplant. We mean, by the way, any updates on Steve Calvin's heart problem? He had an operation this morning. Luckily, we were able to transfer him into another hospital where they were able to make the operation this morning on his heart. He had a heart attack 3 days ago in the temple room in the new temple in the Vrishta hospital. And they had an operation this morning. He said he's stable and he's out of danger. It'll take a It means a change of how we see things, which reflects on the mind and consequently interactions also, but initially in the way we see things. How does that change take place? There's a famous verse, I mean, some of you know it. Cheto darpana marjanam Anandam Gurivadanam Bhaktivedam Punamidashvadanam Sarvatmasapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Simple. Change part by exposing ourselves. We develop, and this is also explained by Krishna, we develop all these different perceptions by association. Not just in this lifetime, over many lifetimes. And then we have a certain mold. By association, our perception is molded. And so it goes. So when we associate with transcendence, and slowly our perception can become transcendent. If you associate with fire, how do you feel? Hot. Burn. Hot. If you associate with ice, how do you feel? If you associate with people, one time one devotee asked Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, how do we become attached to chanting? Prabhupada said, how do you become a drunkard? How do you become a drunkard? You associate with drunkards. You drink with drunkards, you become a drunkard. By association. You can see this, how a person is influenced by association. It's common, still. Immediate effect of association. So by associating with the holy name of Krishna, our heart becomes the Krishna's pavitram, purified. Like the sun purified. Krishna Surasam, Maya Hayandakar. If we associate with Krishna, then the ignorance is removed. The darkness, the ignorance or the filter which you perceive everything is cleansed away. It's like the glasses, not many of us are wearing glasses, just a handful probably. I can only see Gokula. Oh, and we're wearing furniture, you're wearing glasses. One or two others, but not many folk. Most of us wearing glasses. Just 4 or 5 maybe wearing glasses. So if they're green, if the lens is green, you see everything green. You're not green, neither is what you're seeing green, because seeing is green. Because it means a perception of green. It's wrong. You've got incorrect perception. If there's a crack down the middle of my glasses, I'd say, why are you cracked? You're cracked. There's got a big crack down you. What's wrong with you? Someone cut you in half. But it's not. The perception is like that. So cleansing. Or if you've got water, if it's very dirty, you can't see into it. When it's very clear, you can see straight through to the bottom. There's a matter of cleansing our means of perception, not destroying it, but cleansing it. So Cheto Dharpana Marjan means cleaning the perception, cleaning the heart. Why? Chanting, exposing ourselves to the sound of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It takes time because countless lifetimes we've been conditioned in this world. We're very stubborn to hold on to the way we see things. But over time, gradually, the purification of our hearts. Be patient, but be enthusiastic. Keep chanting. And try to read the Bhagavad Gita. Try to read. It's just so full of needed knowledge, the most valuable book of knowledge in the world. You may need to study your books according to your occupation, no doubt. But if we want to live our lives in conscious awareness, Krishna consciousness, then take direction from that. There are quotes on the back. Actually, two of them are from American philosophers. They're a bit outdated. Ralph Waldo Emerson, you probably have already heard of it. 19th century, I think. American philosopher. He studied the Gita. Henry David Thoreau, another American. They're not even known nowadays, even by people from America. We put these things in their books. No one's ever heard of them. Everyone's heard of Gandhi. He's also quoted there. He's still famous. Some people like, some don't like, but he's still famous. But oftentimes these are completely outdated. Even American people have never heard of Thoreau or Emerson. They were, in the world of philosophy maybe a couple hundred years ago, something around 50 years ago, outdated. Just today, one famous American actress declared how her life had changed upon coming in contact with the Bhagavad Gita, where she was glorifying the greatest book of knowledge, got the highest award in the world of acting. Change people's hearts, changing. So we've got a few Gitas here. Now, fish, we have plenty of them. And we have a special offer tonight. They're normally 200 pesos, but tonight we're giving them for just 500. Special offer. Pay for two, you get one. Special offer today. Some of you not quite sure what to make of that. If they take a Gita, do they get a free tattoo? One, just one, only one. Not many of your congregation have got a Gita, And Brian, have you got one?
Not as it is.
No, that's okay. Oh, that's it is. It isn't. Sometimes people write commentaries on it, but they don't. It's Krishna who speaks the Bhagavad Gita, not me, you, or anyone. We're just repeating what he said. So as it is, as Krishna says it, Sanskrit, English, is all there. Word for word, everything. It's not someone's interpretation, it's just what it is, what he says. So let me see. How many of you would like a Bhagavad Gita for 500 pesos? Come on. I thought everybody here was, it looks like a very rich part of nice big buildings, nice cool apartment block. Just 500 pesos. Okay. What about 400 pesos? Oh. That's 300. What's about the misers? 300 pesos is nothing. Yeah, how many dollars is that? $5?
Less.
How many pesos in a US dollar? How many?
$6.
How many?
59, I think.
Huh?
58 or 59.
So let's say 60. So it will be $5 US dollars. That's three. We'll give you 10% discount. 300 pesos. 200. Come on. Oh my God. 200. Oh my goodness. What are we gonna? 100. Oh, 300. Okay, now they would like 200 pesos, whether they'll take 200 pesos. Okay, 4 copies. 4? 4 copies. 4 copies. Oh, whoa. Come on, hurry down. Go around. Well, what's your good name, Prabhu? I couldn't see. What's your good name?
Rain.
Pardon?
Rain.
Ryan. Ryan?
Rain, just
Rain.
Like
Oh, the rains of mercy are pouring down. The rains of mercy. With 2 other hands went up there. Put your hands up again. 2 devotees put their hands up back there. There. 2 wonderful Vaishnavis. You're going to retract your offer now. That's it. Any more than 200? Usually go up when we're going down. Back to front. Now, on behalf of our hosts tonight, I want you to come over here. Now, you have a wonderful congregation. I know many of you are young. I want you to, somehow or another, come with me, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Any members of your congregation who you think are ready to receive a Bible? Who'd like?
I would like to give one for Brian, my good friend.
Okay, here is one. Come on, Brian. It's all yours.
100.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Anyone else in your community here? Hare Krishna.
I think.
If you want to give a donation, you give it here.
200.
Okay? Radication. If you want anything, go for you. Your program here, okay? Whatever you're giving, give it to him. And if anyone else takes one, I'll do these ones also. If you want to give a donation, please give it to him or Rupa Vilas so they can run this program nicely. And then you can distribute free food when you go on Harinam. You won't see Prashad go out when you go on Harinam too. Who else?
Chris Webin Prabhu is also new here and it's her birthday today.
Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna, Hare Christopher, Hare Krishna to you. May you never take birth again, may you never take birth again. Hare Krishna, dear Christopher, Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna. One person said today, they said, Hare Christmas.
There's one more girl, she wants one Bhagavad Gita.
One more? Give a donation or just one?
Yeah, she wants to give to one.
Okay, so any donation you can give, just give it please to the Rupa Vilas and Medication with our families. Please give it so we can maintain this program and expand it. So that really is one very wonderful thing in this country, particularly if you can give out prasadam on the Harinam, or food for life, or somehow distribute free food, please. Offer it to Krishna, distribute it. It's Prabhupada's great desire to see prasad distributed widely. We've got just one left, so this is going for 1,000, cheap. Last one. There's no other in the whole world, in the whole universe. This is the last copy. You could be the last person to receive the Bhagavad Gita. Just 1,000 pesos. If you can't afford that, 2,000 pesos. Huh? Who? Oh, come on. Anyone else in your community? Is there one left here? Anyone else? Special? Everyone's special. Who's ready for it? Who's ready? Who could read? Anyone? Nobody wants to put others out of the place. Okay, we're going to leave it with you. Okay? You just do this accordingly. Or you use it so that you can share it. Please share this with others. Don't just be a miser. If you have friends, share it. Share this knowledge. Yes?
I want to sponsor 10.
Sponsor 10! Oh my god! We're not about 10 then. What are you gonna do?
Wait, I can give it them next time.
There we go, you're gonna have 10 more years. And Rain also, thank you Rain. The holy name Rain. Wonderful. You want to, yeah, we want everyone to have this opportunity. It's not a question, mind you. It's for reciprocation, that's all. So, like that, just to help others to receive the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and the holy name and Krishna. Hare Krishna. Short kirtan? Is that okay? 8 o'clock is Prashadam, right? 8 o'clock? Is that right? Following your schedule. Was it 8 o'clock Prashadam?
I don't know.
Anyone got the schedule? Even their host doesn't know. 8. So we have 8 yet. It's not, we have 8 prasadam yet. In English word 8. I ate. It's a bit of slang. You have to say I ate. Well, I ate my dinner. That means you've eaten your dinner. So you 8 and 8. You can 8 and 8. Come on. Where's our harmonium? Where's our harmonium man? What have you been doing? Sleeping in there? You took an hour and a half sleep. You know you. No, this man, Harinamanda, I don't know if he slept much in the last week. I didn't see him sleep. I go downstairs last night, the night before, 1 o'clock, he's still there, working downstairs or something, 2 o'clock, still working. Many of the boys didn't sleep, practically. Michika, you probably didn't sleep much either, I don't know. But many of the boys didn't sleep much for days on end. And we were also in the same boat, we hardly slept much for 4 days. Not possible, so much going on. We may have taken a little rest. Okay, everybody, thank you all very much. Your keyboards, very small. There's a half-size keyboard. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare
Hare